Hi, welcome to the Peanut Diet Journey. So, if you're wondering what the Peanut Diet Journey is all about, it's simple. You replace a few peanuts for all of those meals that you've been eating, right? So, these are the peanuts that I eat. I mean, it don't have to be nothing major. I even go to Kroger's to get some peanuts. And if you don't have peanuts, you could get a couple of pecans. Like whatever you have, that's what you use. You get what I'm saying? So basically how this thing works is on Mondays and Tuesdays, those are the days that I fast. Now the rest of the days of the week, I do intermediate fasting. But with the days that I fast, I don't eat any peanuts till maybe after 12 o'clock. Sometimes it might run over to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It just really depends on how my day is going, right? And when I eat the peanuts, let me show you how many peanuts you're eating, right? You see this? That's it. That's really enough. You just throw those back and then you get you some water. This is the kind of water that I like. I already put this up here, but I was in the car last time when I did this video, so I really didn't have a lot of attention focused like how I want to. Right. So, anyways, you can do that amount maybe 5 times a day. You know what I mean? You're not eating the peanuts to get full. That's not what you're doing. You're drinking the water to get full. And a lot of times you really don't even be hungry. You know what I'm saying? You just have conditioned yourself to eat. A lot of people eat when they sad. A lot of people eat when they happy. A lot of people eat just because. But what I found out about that is it's very expensive. It's an expensive habit if you don't have it under control. And if you were like me, personally, I wanted to get my credit together, right? And by me wanting to get my credit together, I wanted to get my credit together and I wanted to lose weight. I was like, oh, I'm going to work on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to love on me. Because a lot of time we don't take that time out to love on us. So we leave those areas neglected. And when we leave them neglected, it gets out of hand. We're not tracking it. We're not taking control of it. And we're not being good stewards with it, right? And so that's what we need to do. We need to be good stewards over our money and over what we put inside our temple in our body. Because at the end of the day, I showed earlier, it's a tea that you can use for people who got like high blood pressure and stuff like that. And so this stuff right here, what I'm doing, this is to prevent that. We don't want to get that. And what I have learned is the older that you get, oh baby, you're gonna have to watch what you eat. It's either get down or lay down. And that's how this thing works with your health. It is a silent killer. It will kill you if you keep on gaining weight and you're not taking care of yourself, because it's almost like it's like committing suicide, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's not, you don't have a gun in your hand, you can blow out your brains immediately, but eventually, if you keep having high blood pressure and you get diabetes or you go blind or your limbs fall off or whatever can happen with stroke, aneurysm to the brain, whatever can happen with that, you don't want those problems. So it's better to deprive yourself of a meal, which it don't be so bad after a while. Now, the plant-based thing is really good. So that and keto mixed together, it kind of helps you balance out things. So, okay, a couple days a week, you could do plant-based. And then the other few days of the week, you can do keto. That way you don't feel like, dang, I can't have no meat. For the people who love to eat meat, because you got some people that, you know, they love to eat meat. Their blood type thrive on meat, you know. That's another good thing to check into your blood type. You can look up like what kind of meat you should even be eating. Like, I'm not supposed to eat chicken, but I like to eat some wings every now and then. So I don't gorge on those things anymore. My appetite has went down tremendously. I don't even have the massive appetite that I had before. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I'm losing weight and that I feel like I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because a lot of times you be so heavy and so overweight and you see that scale keep going up, going up, going up. And you're like, dang, what is going on? What am I doing? And you feel like you're not eating a lot. But if you're eating a lot of sugar and a lot of salt, that stuff turning right into fat. And so what you doing? You drinking that soda, or you drinking that juice, or you went to the Smoothie King, like you getting something good, and in actuality you drinking a whole bunch of sugar. When you go to Smoothie King, you got to ask for the skinnies and tell them you don't want no sugar in it, because that sugar turns into fat. I am not where I want to be yet, but I'm happy because I am enjoying this journey to get to the body that I want to get to. And I vowed to walk and whistle, meaning I wanted to get my credit right and I wanted to lose weight at the same time. And so that is what I'm doing. When I originally started working on my credit, it was like a 430, right? And I boost my credit all the way up to a 730. Now, I went to buy a couple of things, so it went back down, but I'm working on moving it back up to the 730. When you buy like cars and stuff like that, you can get the cars and stuff, but that stuff do make your credit score go back down, but I'm still in the sevens. So anyway, with the credit, now let me tell you how that goes. So I had a few things on my credit, and the things that I had on my credit, I needed to dispute them and get them off. So I was getting letters in the mail. I never answered the letters or whatever because I was like, I ain't finna pay that. But finally, I wanted to buy me a house. And so when you buy you a house, naturally, you need to have a decent or fair credit to get you a house. And then it's just maturity. It's just growing older. And then plus I got my student loan on there. With the item that I had on my credit, I took it, I called the people, and I just asked them, could I dispute it? So they actually said, okay, they would take what I gave them. They took the money that I gave them and I disputed it to a lower amount, and it went off of my credit. Within 30 days, I seen my credit just skyrocket. And I know that wasn't nothing but God. And for my student loan, I just called my student loan now. I'm on the deferment to where I don't have to pay it, but I still call them every month and I make payments towards what I'm going to be paying. You don't even have to pay that much. As long as you're paying something, you putting something in there. You get what I'm saying? Something is better than nothing, because that stuff is still a loan, so it still draw interest as long as it's going. And what I've learned about the credit cards, because I got 3 credit cards. What I didn't know this in the beginning. I went and got Capital One. A lot of people get the credit cards. You got $800, you got, $900, you got $4,000, whatever you got on there. You cannot, they say don't spend more than 30%. But it's better that you put it in your mind, don't spend more than 20, because if you go over a little bit on that 20%, you still in the green. You get what I'm saying? But if you got that 30% and you go over, you're no longer in the green. And that's the same way with the weight. I kind of like put them on the same plateau. Like you only need to eat 30%. You don't need to eat so much. And that's the same way with how you spend. You don't need to spend so much money on those cars. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Point blank, period. You got to find another alternative. My biggest thing what helped me was paying my tithes. I pay my tithes. I go to World Changes where Creflo Dollar preach. And guess what? They got an app on the phone. Anytime that I get increase or any kind of finances, guess what? Broop, broop. I put it on the app. God bless it. Make it grow and grow in Jesus' name. And guess what? It always come back to me more than I could ever even think of. I don't have those kind of issues Although I'm not where I want to be at financially, I'm not where I used to be either. And I'm in a position that I can even help my brother or my sister, because I'm praying to God that this helps somebody, because I didn't have nobody to come and hold my hand and show me, but that's who I want to be for y'all, or for whoever might need that on my channel, right? And if you have any questions or anything and you want me to, take you through it and show you, I don't mind doing that. Let me know. Subscribe to my channel below and leave the comments, and I will definitely get back to you. So back to the credit, right? So with the credit card, let's say you got a credit card for $4,000, right? If you got a credit card for $4,000, you only need to be spending 20% of that, which is $800. Now, even with the $800, don't go to the max and spend $800 if you don't really have to. Spend it on your biggest bill in the house that you got, whatever you got to pay. If it's your car insurance, if it's your light bill, if whatever it is that you know that is big and it can go on up, that's how you do that. And then you don't touch that. You pay that bill. You was finna get that money anyway, because you got to pay that anyway, right? If they accept credit cards, right? So then that's how you do that. Now, as far as like your other credit cards, you manage those. Don't put yourself in debt, because that's not what you're using those for. You didn't get them credit cards to go in debt. You got them credit cards to boost yourself. That's how they make money, when you go in debt. But you got them credit cards to boost where you are in your life financially. And so that's how you do that. You use those credit cards to your advantage. You do 20% on it. Don't spend more than 20% on your credit cards. If you do, you are putting yourself in violation. And that's not what we're doing. We coming out of poverty. We coming out of lack. We coming out of debt. That's not what we're doing right now. We want to be better than we was last year. And that's my thing. If you could look back in 3 months and say, wow, my credit has increased so-and-so amount, then that's what you need to be doing. You could pat yourself on the back. Like, and you done lost you 10 pounds too? Oh man, you're doing good. Right. So that's where we want to be at. That's where our mindset wants to be at. And another thing that helped me is reading. Like, I got this book, if y'all can see it. Can y'all see it? Lisa. This girl is the truth. Forgiving what you can't forget. Now, I'm going to tell you something with this weight and with this book, baby. It's a lot of things that has caused your weight gain. It's a lot of people that went through a lot of trauma in their life, and it's painful. It's very painful. A lot of times they revert back to eating. It's a habit. It's almost, I've always compared this to an addiction. Like crack, like any other drug. People don't look at it like that, but it is a really big addiction, and a lot of Americans are fighting this obesity gluttoning demon. It is a demon. It is warfare. That is what it is. So we're gonna call it what it is. It's warfare. We are on a spiritual warfare journey, and I am coming against this thing in the name of Jesus. You hear me? This thing got to loose you. It got to loose you. The Bible said whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So I command this weight to get off of you and not to return. You can't come back once you get off, because we're going to be focused. We're going to love on each other. We're going to grow, and we're going to teach other people how to do it once we get out the woods. But until we get there, we're going to keep pushing, keep motivating one another, keep encouraging one another, and keep knowing that we can do it. And if you don't see results in the first 2 or even 3 months, that's not for you to stop. It's for you to keep going, because you know you're going in the right direction. So reading is very good. Reading helps soothe you. It helps you think through certain things that you're going through. You know, some people got molested at a young age, and some people, they've been betrayed by their family, and that stuff, it goes on with you into your adulthood, especially if you was molested as a child, as a baby or something. You ain't have no control over that, you know, or beaten on or ridiculed or bullied. You know, all that stuff mentally really can bring you through a turmoil that creates a habit of eating, because now when you eat, you feel like you're satisfied, you got this satisfaction, and it's okay now, it's okay. But then you gaining weight. You gaining weight, pound after pound. Scale steady going up, steady going up. Now you don't even look at the scale no more. Don't even think about it because you're so far up. But you got to let that stuff go. I don't care how far up you are. You can be right now 600 pounds looking at this. 600 pounds. Wherever you are, you understand me? Wherever you are, it starts right here. This where it started. If you can get your mind, if you can ask the Holy Spirit, I need you. I need you to come inside my mind. I need you to come inside my heart. I need you to help me with this thing because I can't do it by myself. If you can do that, if you can do that, that is all you need to do. God will do the rest. You do that and you stay focused and you keep speaking to that demonical demon, telling him he got to flee, he got to get off of you because you are God's child. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. I have tried so many other diets and it seemed like nothing worked. But this peanut diet, this fasting, is helping my body, it's helping my mind, it's helping my finances, and it's helping me as a whole. And I'm happy and I'm excited about this journey. It's just sticking to it and being real with it. So, like I said, Mondays and Tuesdays, those days are fasting and you just do the nuts, right? The rest of the days of the week, you can do a smoothie and one meal a day. And at night, if you get hungry at night, you not eating to be full. Again, you just get you some peanuts and you go your butt to bed. And what I do to help me, I put this is by my bedside. You understand me? I actually like these better. You know what I mean? They from Kroger. They unsalted. I don't have the salted ones. I don't eat salted at all because that salt run your blood pressure up. And so if you're trying to get away from that salt is not good. Whether you have blood pressure problems or not, just to keep it down is still good. That salt is not made for us like that. We need very little of that. We don't have to have much of that. Because in the long run, I don't care what size you is, you can still get blood pressure problems. So it's best to not get the ones that got salt on them. And like I said, it's the portion. You don't need that much of those. If you have to, you get you 2 bottles of water. You throw them peanuts back. Even if you did two bites of them, don't eat the whole thing. This ain't you don't eat the whole jar. Don't do that. You get you some. It could even be a mouthful. After you get your mouthful, you put them down. You drink and drink and drink and drink and drink your water. Pray over yourself and ask God to anoint it, make it nourish your body, and you go your butt to sleep. It's almost as though you are policing yourself because that's what you're doing. You policing yourself, but after you do it for a while, you will be fine. And every now and then you might go off a little bit, but then you dust your shoulders off, you get back up and you do it again. So it's no bread, no pasta, no rice, no macaroni and cheese. And I know us, we like soul food. It's real good. And I like soul food too. But some stuff you got to cut out. That fried food, you can't be eating that fried food like that with the flour on there. Every now and then you could go eat you some wings or whatever, but it's a minimum. You're not doing that every day. Maybe once every other week or something like that to kind of treat yourself and watch how many you eat. You know what I mean? And make sure you always exercising. If you can't exercise on land, go get in the pool and go work out. Or if you are in a state like Florida where they got beaches and stuff, go to a beach. Go get in that water and pray. And make it your thing to work out and to take your mind off of food. Well, another thing that I have implemented, I just started cleaning more in my house. A lot of times it's hard to keep your house clean, deal with the kids and go to work, but you make time for what you want to make time for, right? So that's what you do. You find an area that you can knock out real quick, whether it's the closet you've been meaning to get to for the longest, or dust something, or go in the kitchen and wipe out your pantry and Take out that old stuff that you ain't using no more, or them canned goods that been up there forever. Take them out, wipe that stuff down, lay the new little placemat thing there, and just make it look nice. You know, if you need to wipe down your walls or your front door or sweep around your own front door, that's what we need to be doing. We need to be focusing on us. Being a little bit cleaner in your house ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's gonna actually make you feel better, because cleanliness is next to godliness, baby. And a lot of females, single females, they really don't keep their houses clean as they should. You know what I mean? Because work, school, kids, whatever the circumstances may be. And some of y'all men out there too, y'all could do a little better on how y'all keep the place, you know, tidy. So the good thing is, though, that we could implement these things instead of eating. Implement exercising more. And then guess what? When you cleaning up the house, guess what? That's housework. That's exercise. Because it's work to clean up. Trust and believe. When you're doing it right, your butt gonna be sweating. You know what I mean? Because I know I do. I get that thing and I get the sweating and I be feeling good at the same time. And how you make it easy, cut your music on. Cut something on you like, call Alexa. If you don't have an Alexa, go on Amazon, order you a little cheap Alexa. Cut that Alexa on and have your music rocking and rolling. Or if you got, you know, Pandora on your phone, do that. I personally like Alexa because it's just easier for me. Pandora is good, but Alexa is like a little louder, so you feel like you could jam and all that, hear all your little music. Yeah. So that's one. And I want to see us win. I want to see us in a state of mind where we feel free. And when you free, you feel good in every area. If you are able to get you a trainer, I advise you to get you a trainer. If you are not able to get you a trainer, I advise you to go on YouTube and look at some of the stuff the trainers be doing. Once you get acclimated to what you want to do, as far as your workout is concerned, and that's good for your health, then that's what you do. You talk to your doctor, see what your doctor advised you to do, because basically they know your body and you know your body better than anybody. So get with your doctor, ask them, hey, is this okay? Is that okay? And if you do got blood pressure or diabetes or whatever, make sure you consult with your doctor before you take any advice from anybody, because they're not your doctors, so they're not certified. Get with the professionals that can really direct you in that path of you losing your weight. I also like to wear my wrap, right? So I take this wrap and I wrap it around my stomach. I also use the Saran's wrap and the oil bases. You can use Preparation H or Sweet Sweat. It's up to you. Whatever is good for you, that's what you use, because you want to get that curve. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, and plus you do them sit-ups, like tomorrow, I am getting ready to start the 500 sit-up challenge, right? When you do those sit-ups, that's what gets you right. If you want that curve and you want to be snatched, you're going to have to put in the work. Point blank, period. Yeah, you eating good. Yeah, you going to the gym. But now the next step is leveling up. Leveling up is make sure you doing your sit-ups. Now, what you can do to break it down is 2:50 in the morning before you get your day started, and you just call Alexa. Alexa, set my alarm. Wake me up at such and such time so I can have time to do my sit-ups. And then before you go to bed at night, you know what I mean? Do your 250. That's 500 right there. Boom. Once you get that 500 under your belt, okay, you've been doing it for a month or two. You got 500. 500 ain't hard. Work on doing 1,000. 500 in the morning, 500 in the evening. But it's about that push, and it doesn't happen overnight, because let me tell you, when I originally started back working out, I've been working out all my life, but it's like, it's just yo-yo back and forth, because I be consistent, and then I won't, and then I will, and then I won't. But now my mindset is different because I'm older and my body is changing, so I don't have a choice at this point. I want this not only for me, but I want to show my child, hey, let's get serious with this thing, because this is a silent killer. And we got to be for real about our weight. And, you know, the weight did stem from, you know, childhood trauma. But you got to let that stuff go. You got to let it go. And if somebody did you wrong, forgive them. That's why I say this book right here. Y'all check this book out. I'm going to put this book up one more time so y'all can see it. Go get this book. You can order this book on Amazon. I think I only paid like $15 for it. I think. You know, I don't even think it was that much or whatever. So, it's a bestseller. It's a real good book. I even have my son read it sometimes just so that he could, you know what's going on with life and forgiveness. Although he had a great life, his life was nothing like mine. I'm happy that I was able to ensure that he had a loving parent, pouring so much love, peace, happiness, and that word into him. That's a blessing for me in itself, because he know he covered. He know that he's a child of God. He know that he's blessed, and he know that people love him and want to see him do good. See, our kids, they feel what we're going through. A lot of times parents might think that these children don't know. No, they know. They know how you feel. They don't want you feeling sad because they love you. But you got to love yourself too. And loving yourself is starting at a point in your life of something that you can control. And this is something that you have control over. You have control over your weight, and you have control over your credit. And even if, let's just say you didn't have control over your credit. Let's say your credit was messed up because your mama and them or your auntie and whoever had your credit and they messed your credit up. Guess what? You can still start again. You can start from the bottom and crawl your way up out of it. One cocoa fill a basket. That's what they say in my mother's country. She's from Jamaica. So it just take one at a time. And you just keep on going. You keep on going until you get out of the hole. That's how that works. So whatever it is, you take that one bill or that one debt, and you call those people and you ask them, hey, I know the bill is $1,000, but I got $400. And even with the $400, I'm gonna tell you that you get you an account that you just put in that money. Okay, I'm finna pay this. You put all your bills together, put all of them together, all of them that you owe. Okay, this one costs this one. We're gonna knock this thing one at a time. I'm finna save this for this long. It took me 3 years. 3 years. So this thing wasn't no overnight thing. You get what I'm saying? It took me 3 years to get in the sevens. 3 years. And it's still a everyday challenge. I'm still learning about it. I'm still looking it up. I'm still, it's places that will actually help you get you like your down payment for your house. If you go online, like I went on Fulton County website to look up what they had. So whatever county that you in, go on those websites and check them out. See what, I'm sorry, my phone was going dead. I'm gonna have to put my phone on the charger. See what they have available in your counties to help you move to your next step. You want to buy a house, you want to buy this, you want to buy that. You got to get focused. You got to get focused, because your stability help you, help your kids, help your family, and now you become golden. You know what I mean? Now you're somebody that they marvel at in the family. And we are breaking these generational curses. They got to flee from us. They got to get up off of us. We got to learn how to prosper. We got to live in this. God wants good for us, but we got to want good for ourselves too. And so the only way to want good for yourself is to stay focused. You got to key in on that thing and say, this is what I'm going to do. And it can't just be no New Year's resolution. This got to be a new life commitment. You understand me? A new life commitment where you're really going to be in this thing. And when you feel yourself falling off, guess what? You need to get you around some friends who's not finna let you just fall off. You need to, or even if you don't have no friends and you a loner, you watch things like this. Watch things like what I'm speaking about right now. The seeds that I'm putting into y'all right now. Watch stuff like this. Is going to inspire you to be connected to something good and greater in yourself. because God has already put these things in you. You're already powerful. It's already things that should have killed you and took you out, and you're still here. It's so many people that's dead and gone in their grave. That corona took so many people out of here because their purpose was over with. You still have purpose. You still have life in you. God still wants to use you. God still loves you. So it's time for you to get focused and to say, hey, these are the things that I'm finna do to better myself. And this is how I'm going to make sure that I execute these things so that I can be the person that I know that I'm already ordained to be. I can walk in my calling. And when you're walking in your calling, who can stop you? Who can come against you? Because now you're walking with God. You're walking on water. When these people thought you was going to fail, you triumphed. You know, and that is a place of peace, a place of happiness, a place of joy. And then when you already like that, if you, the single ladies, single men, if you already like that, now it's okay when you go and be in a relationship. Because see, now you done helped yourself get to a point of peace. And now you're not bringing all that confusion in a relationship because you don't work on yourself. You don't work on your problems. You don't work on the things that you got. Now you don't go in a relationship dragging nobody down because you got this bad credit, or you really overweight and you really need to tone up and take care of that and get that weight up off of you, because that weight is not going to help you. And you go in a relationship with that weight on, it's not always a bad thing. Some people like heavier people, and that's good, and that's fine. And you got to love yourself, but it's not healthy. At the end of the day, it's not healthy for me. I can't say for nobody else, but for love, that weight is not good. It's not. Eventually, it's going to catch up with your behind. Believe it. Believe it. It's going to catch up. So it's better to just be real with yourself and not beat yourself down, not love yourself. No, you're going to love yourself to the fullest in this thing. We finna take this thing by the horns and move forward. I'm just excited about my whole channel. I really hope this helped a lot of people. And y'all subscribe down below. I will be praying for you. I want to see, some people just really do good with this. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining my peanut diet journey. And I look forward to putting out more videos for you guys during the week. Some days are better than others, but you just keep going. Keep going to the gym. Keep going, getting up and going. And if you go to the gym for, let's just say you go for 10 minutes. Go for 10 minutes. Get on that treadmill, walk for 10 minutes every day. If you just do that, because I'm talking to the people who don't go to the gym at all. If you just say, hey, I'm going to just go in there and do 10 minutes every single day for 5 days a week, guess what? You did more than you ever was doing back in the day. Eventually, you're going to go up. Now, a month later, hey, I'm going to do 15 minutes. I'm going to add 5 more minutes to that. Add your 5 more minutes to that. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to work out. You're going to meet people in the gym that's already, going and inspiring. And God's going to bless you to be an inspiration to somebody else. And I want to hear all about y'all stories. I really do. I want to hear about y'all testimonies. I want to hear about, hey, I started going to the gym. I'm doing my 10 minutes. I want you to rejoice over them 10 minutes like you was in there for 30 minutes or an hour. I really do. And that's even if you on a treadmill. Once you get the weightlifting and all of that and you climb yourself up, then that's awesome. But everybody check with their doctor first. Make sure what's good in the guidelines for you, because this is what I did to help me. And I just want to encourage you. So until next time, see y'all later.